For a moment, think about how many birds you've seen in your life. In your backyard, at the park, on power lines, in the trees around your neighborhood. Hundreds, probably thousands. Now think about how many dead birds you've seen. Take a second. Really think about it. One, maybe two, maybe none at all. And that makes absolutely no sense. Because birds die all the time. Every single day, every single hour. In your city, in your neighborhood, in your garden. There are billions of birds in the world, and every one of them will die someday. Many of them today. So why do you almost never find them? Why have you spent years with birds in your backyard and never accidentally stepped on one? Never found one beneath a tree? Never seen one fall? There is an answer. And once you know it, you'll never look at the birds in your garden the same way again. Because what birds do when they know they're about to die is deeply unsettling. This is bird science. Before answering the question, you need to understand just how massive this mystery really is. In the United States alone, scientists estimate that between 1 and 4 billion birds die every year. And that's only from human-related causes. Windows, cats, vehicles, pesticides. That doesn't include natural deaths from disease, old age, predators, or freezing winter nights. If you divide those numbers across the days of the year, across cities and neighborhoods, then somewhere near your home, a bird should be dying almost every single day. And yet you never find them. The first reason is the most surprising of all, and it's something birds do instinctively. Birds hide when they're dying. That's not poetry. It's not a metaphor. It's a real behavior documented by scientists. When a bird feels its body beginning to fail, when its energy drops beyond recovery, and its vital systems slowly start shutting down, something in its instincts drives it to search for a hidden place. A dense bush, the inside of a hollow tree trunk, a crack between roots, a dark corner beneath fallen leaves in the garden. And there it stays alone, in silence. Why? Scientists believe this behavior evolved over millions of years as a form of collective protection. A weak animal dying out in the open attracts predators. And those predators become a danger to the rest of the flock. So birds learn to die in a way that wouldn't put the others at risk. They leave. They hide. They disappear. And the most disturbing part of all is that they do it without warning. That sparrow that visited your feeder every morning for months. One day it simply doesn't come back. No signs. No goodbye. No body. The space it always occupied at the feeder suddenly stays empty. And you never knew why. Now you do. The second reason you never find dead birds is just as fascinating. Their bodies disappear unbelievably fast. A small bird that dies somewhere out of sight can vanish completely in less than 24 hours. Sometimes in just a few hours. Nature has a cleanup system so efficient that no human service could ever compete with it. Scavengers are the first line. Crows, magpies, foxes. A crow can detect a body from miles away and arrive before sunrise. But scavengers aren't alone. Insects arrive within minutes. Ants can detect chemical changes in the ground before the body even fully settles. Flies can locate a corpse in under 10 minutes during warm weather. And beneath all of that are the microorganisms, bacteria and fungi breaking down whatever remains. The result is that, in warm climates, a small bird can be reduced to almost nothing in less than a single day, leaving behind no visible trace for the human eye. Nature wastes nothing. Every body becomes food for something else. And that something always arrives before you do. The third reason has to do with something you've probably never considered before. Birds die at the exact times and in the exact places where humans almost never look. Most deaths happen in the early hours of the morning, between 2 and 5 a.m. when the body has gone hours without food, when temperatures hit their lowest point, when nocturnal predators are still active. And they happen in places hidden from human sight. Inside bushes, high in tree branches, beneath roots, in the forgotten corners of your garden you never check. It's not that birds aren't dying near you. It's that they die exactly where you aren't looking, and at the precise moment you aren't watching. The fourth reason is the most emotional of all. The birds you know have been fighting to survive for far longer than you realize. A common sparrow lives, on average, only 2 or 3 years. A robin between 2 and 4. But those are just averages. Many die much sooner, and the ones that survive longer become extraordinarily skilled at hiding weakness. A sick or aging bird that still visits your feeder won't show obvious signs that something is wrong. Because in the world of birds, looking weak is a death sentence. Predators specifically target the weak. So the bird learns to act normal, even when it isn't, until eventually it no longer can. And then it disappears. There's one final reason that ties all of this together, and it has to do with a very specific moment. Have you ever noticed that a bird that visited your garden every single day suddenly stopped showing up? No apparent reason. No changes to the feeder. Nothing different in the environment. Simply vanished. That almost certainly means the bird died. And it died somewhere in your garden, or very close to it. It found its secret corner. And nature's cleanup system handled the rest before you ever had the chance to notice. That bird you recognized, the one you maybe even gave a name to in your head, completed its cycle in silence, with dignity, without disturbing anyone. And the empty spot at the feeder became the only sign it was ever there at all. Now, the next time you notice that one of your regular birds has stopped coming back, you'll know what it means. And you'll also know that somewhere in your garden, maybe beneath that bush you never check, or inside that old tree, that bird found its final place to rest. Nature is more orderly than it seems, and more mysterious than we can imagine. If you want to know what happens in your garden between 2 and 4 in the morning, while you sleep and birds live out their most secret world, that's what we'll explore in the next video. Subscribe to Bird Science. Leave a like if this made you think about that bird that one day simply stopped coming back. And tell me in the comments, have you ever had a regular bird suddenly disappear, and you never knew why? Now you do.